Today we're going to be doing a review of the new PX2 Broadhead. Jason Peterson of Hunting Canada and Beyond is the man behind the design. Of course, living in legendary Saskatchewan, land of the giant whitetails and muleys. Jason has had an opportunity to take some really great animals, and this is his broadhead of choice, the PX2. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. It is a cut-on contact design, and it's 1.25 inch cutting surface, and it's available in 100 grain. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate about this design is how easy it was to tune. And let's face it, we're all very busy. We have families, we have jobs. Sometimes hunting season, it can sneak up on us. Sometimes. Most of us have got that marked on the calendar. We're pretty eager for it to roll around, but we're pressed for time. So it's nice to have a broadhead such as the PX2 that takes very, very little tuning to get it flying with your field points. And one of the reasons is the simple design. One of the cutting surfaces is actually built right into the ferrule. Hopefully again, you can see that. I'll provide the website so you guys can check it out a little bit closer. But that's really brilliant, because compared to some other cut-on contact designs that have replaceable blades, if you're dealing with 3 or more replaceable blades, you have to make sure that all of them are sitting 100% in the ferrule as they should. If they're not, obviously that's going to play a part in how true that broadhead spins. So by incorporating a cutting surface right into the ferrule, that takes it right out of the equation. And if you've done your job and your arrows have been squared up and your inserts are in there nice and square to the shaft of your arrow, the simple act of just screwing that down is going to make sure that you're spinning true. Now, the replaceable blade here, they've named the Rib Runner. And believe me, it's appropriately named. This blade in itself is 0.04 of an inch thick. So it's more than capable of going through a number of critters. Let's just put it that way. And it's definitely not what you would call a disposable broadhead. Some broadheads have that reputation. Hey, it's one-time use. Not with the PX2s. These things are built like a tank. It's a non-vented design for that main blade, so guys that are really concerned about making sure that they're as stealthy as possible. Obviously, you don't get the slight whistle that you get from a vented blade, so that's a nice feature to have built in. And getting back to spinning true, this replaceable blade, hopefully you guys can get a look at this. You can see that notch in the top. Well, that slides into a notch in the ferrule. And what that does is it helps center that blade. So again, when it comes to spinning true, simply screwing this onto your arrow is going to get it pretty darn close. You'll be very surprised at how little effort it takes to get these things flying the way they should, if any at all, really. As well too, there's a heavy brass washer that kind of helps lock things down on your arrow, holds everything together. Again, it's a big washer. This broadhead can take some hits. This thing is built like a tank. So it's more likely that you're going to end up losing an arrow than you are to be breaking one of these PX2 broadheads. So if you haven't had the chance to check it out, I highly recommend them. You can check them out at PX2Archery.com. And I think this is definitely a broadhead that you guys are going to want in your quivers.